Hello, parents and Sacred Heart families. Mr. C here. I was just reflecting about our Mass, our all-school Mass this past Thursday. And as I've said many times before, I was filled with this wonderful sense of joy, particularly as I watched our older buddies working with their younger buddy partners. From helping them to understand how to make the sign of the cross and genuflect to helping them follow along in our hymnal. The love and the tenderness expressed by our older students to their younger buddies was a really heartwarming event. My heart was also filled with great joy as I listened to Father Joe's homily, sharing with us the clear message that Jesus has for us, a message that was demonstrated by St. Peter Claver, who ministered to tens of thousands of slaves. Father Joe emphasized this gospel message of love, that Jesus calls us to follow in his ways, to love both our friends and our enemies. And I thought that was such an important message of Christian unity, particularly as we all strive together as a school family to provide the very best learning environment for our students. In other news, I am really excited to announce that we have our full complement of Student Council officers and representatives. These young men and women have voluntarily stepped forward to share their God-given leadership skills and be a Christian example to their peers. I ask you to join me in congratulating these students as they begin their role as student leaders in our building. And you can check out the names of all of our Student Council officers and reps in this week's Paw Prints newsletter. Now for some updated COVID information. While much of the information that we still are receiving indicates that the current COVID surge in our area is still taking place, we have seen some of our numbers locally here holding, particularly due to masking across the board. Our quarantine levels are down, which means more of our kids are in person. And this is really welcome news, and I thank you, our parents, students, as well as our staff, for taking these steps and making the necessary sacrifices to help us keep our students safe and in school. As always, if you have any questions related to our COVID guidelines or to the contact tracing and quarantining guidelines established by the state and the county, please feel free to give me a call. In other exciting news, we will be participating in our fall MAPS testing beginning next week. Now, I know you're probably thinking to yourself, how is MAPS testing exciting news, Mr. C? Well, it's probably far more exciting for your teachers and I than maybe it is for you, the students. But it's exciting for us because this formative assessment tool gives us the ability to capture 3 points in time throughout the school year that helps us better understand how our students are learning. These are only snapshots, that's true, but they do help us understand what our students know and the growth that they're achieving. And even more than that, it helps us dig down a little deeper to see what specific areas in math or reading that we need to continue providing instruction to our students on. Teachers use this important information to guide their curriculum and their instruction throughout the year. Now, testing is going to take place on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the coming week, so I encourage everybody to get a really good night's sleep and have a great breakfast. That's about all I have for right now, boys and girls and parents. I want to wish you all a blessed weekend and a blessed week ahead.